Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about Deuce. Now, for some of you, you might be asking, who in the world is Deuce? Well, he is a Memphis rapper that, man, he is an interesting character to say the least, man. Dude is a big dude, but he loves to dance. I mean, reminiscent of like the Heavy D and the Boys type of days, man. Dude is always on social media dancing. He seems to keep a light mood, even though his music and some of his content is a little more serious and a little more street. But he uses some up-tempo beats, and he's really dedicated to bringing that crunk sound back, man. I am not mad at Deuce at all, man. What I am mad at is this headline that just came across my table, man, that basically talked about Deuce being in a shootout or being caught in the middle of a shootout, and it was caught all on camera. Now, before we get to this story, man, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this Deuce situation, man, and why he's getting caught up in the middle of shootouts. Now, I'm going to be referencing a story from thesun.com, man, and basically the headline says this. It says, "Shootout on camera. Horror moment, Memphis rapper Deuce is shot at as he films himself seconds after saying, 'Come mess with me.'" You know what I mean? Basically, he was on social media like he is a lot. If you look at Deuce's social media, he's on social media a lot, talking, doing some funny things, man. He's a funny dude, man, to be honest with you. For his music to be so serious and for him to talk so street, he is definitely a character to say the least, right? Now, in the story, it continues to say this, man. It says, "The shocking moment rapper Deuce is shot at was captured on camera as he filmed himself on Facebook Live on Monday." So in the clip, as you're going to see, man, Deuce is just minding his business, but he's talking kind of greasy to the phone, man. He's letting it be known that he's outside. He ain't scared. He ain't worried. And as soon as he puts those words out there, man, nothing but shots start to ring out, man, and it gets serious for a moment there. Now, everybody was checking on Deuce on social media, trying to make sure he was all right, and they were worried about him, but it looks like, man, he pulled through and nothing happened to him directly. You know what I mean? I shouldn't even say pulled through because it's not like he got shot or anything. It's just he got caught up in the middle of the shooting. And for anybody who's been through that, that's probably a crazy situation or a crazy experience for anyone to live through. You know what I mean? Now let's actually look at the clip.
We ain't on none of that bougie, none of that Hollywood. We ain't on none of that bougie, none of that Hollywood.
Oh boy, so you saw in that video, man, Deuce is just talking to the camera. He's on Facebook Live, I guess, and you know, just a normal day. And man, it got crazy. Those shots started letting off, man. It was sounding like popcorn in the background. And in all seriousness, man, hopefully everybody is okay and nobody got hit. But according to this story, man, Deuce just got randomly caught up in the middle of a shootout. Now the story continues by saying this. It says the clip later posted on YouTube shows the Memphis rapper, Tennessee native, saying, "Come outside and mess with me. Pepper Street." Seconds before shots are heard. Now, this isn't saying that basically, you know, he called on that attention or that he wanted somebody to come and get at him. But man, obviously it's just ironic that he was talking crazy online and then somebody came and started lighting the place up. And it sounded like it was fire going back and forth, so you don't know who it was between or what was going on, man. Hopefully he wasn't next to a range or something, and I'm shooting a whole bunch of bail there, but hopefully whatever happened, everybody's all right. Now, the story continues also by saying this. Now, in quotations, it says, "We ain't on none of that bougie, none of that Hollywood," the 29-year-old rapper is heard saying as the shots start to ring. As the multiple shots appear to be getting closer, the rapper, whose real name is Patavius LaShawn Isom, starts running for cover. And like anybody would, man. And I'm trying not to laugh because it's not funny, But you gotta admit, the irony behind it is a little funny, man. That you're on camera and you're talking all this stuff, we outside, it's real, and then it really starts shooting at, all of a sudden, man. Now, I hate for anybody to get hit or lose their life, but man, that is a wild situation. Now, also in quotes, it says this. It says, Pepper Tree, what's poppin'? The rapper asked at the beginning of the clip, which lasts over a minute. So they're talking about the whole clip that lasts over a minute. Now, according to a lot of news sources and things that are out there and a lot of the noise around Memphis hip hop, that Pepper Tree area is pretty active, man. There's a lot going on down there, man. Now, they also show different screenshots or pictures of Deuce, you know what I mean? And I'm guessing that that's the area that he's claiming. I'm not for sure on that. But, the story goes on to say this. It says, while it's unconfirmed, the rapper could be making a reference to the Pepper Tree apartments in Memphis, which have been on the news for being a target of several shootings this summer. So obviously there were a lot of shootings that took place at those Pepper Tree apartments. I'm not even sure if that's exactly where he was in that video, but obviously him saying that and a shooting happened at the same time ain't a good look. Now, the story also says that he just dropped a song called WTF, and we all know what that stands for, and that it wasn't immediately clear if the rapper was hurt in the shooting. So we don't know at this point was Deuce hurt or not, but it's a horrible situation to think that this cat is walking around on his phone on live and a shooting happens at the same time. I'm not sure who his ops are, or even if he has any ops or anything like that. It's wild that so many rappers go on live when they have these dangerous situations, or maybe they're even in a dangerous neighborhood. And not to paint the neighborhood as a bad place, so don't come at me with that. But just saying the fact that, it might be more active than other places in the city. But you on live, that's, if you have any enemies, they might be watching that live or something, man. And that might bring that situation to happen. You feel me? But the story finishes by saying this. It says, the footage in Memphis comes after a string of similar attacks on rappers. Rapper Duke Acapella died at 25 last month after he was reportedly gunned down, his manager has confirmed. And last week, up-and-coming rapper Wody 2 Live also died from gunshots, according to various unconfirmed reports. I did a story on Duke Acapella, and I talked about the whole Wody 2 Live situation out in Dallas, man. It's just wild, man, how these street rappers are cats who are closely connected to the streets, man. They have to walk this fine line when it comes to this hip-hop thing because they're trying to do something better. They're trying to make music and entertain everyone, but they're also, playing with the image of keeping it real, which makes things dangerous in the long run, man. Hopefully Deuce is all right and everything is all good with his camp and everything. But what do y'all think about this situation, man? Do you think that rappers need to stop going live so much, man, especially when they in the trenches or they might be in somebody's hood or something like that? Or do you think that, man, one thing might not be related to the other and anybody could be on live and a shooting happen and then all of a sudden, that's connected to them in some way, even if it's not, if that makes any sense. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.